Greetings, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I am dressed differently. Mr. Villager will probably come in and explain what I have on, but it definitely looks like I'm set to travel. My hair is actually pulled up and put into a bun so that it's easy for me to travel and to gather things, and that looks really nice. I actually like it a lot. I just received it as a gift from Mr. Villager, and I love it. I actually love his skin work, his work on skins, and so yeah, this is fun. Hi, I'm Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft with Minecolonies mod. And earlier on Twitch this morning, I actually got some things done. So I'm gonna change my view. Zaf, you fell asleep. I know. No, I knew you did, and that's okay. I'm just really glad you were able to fall asleep because I know that that's been hard. Mafia 13D, hello. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you in chat. And so let's come here. Hold on for a sec. And we're going to get going. Let me change my view for a second. We, this morning in the Twitch stream, we actually received furniture for the new retail furniture store in Rosa Ouro. Posise, Zaf, how are you? And so let's go inside for a second. So now Avery has all sorts of furniture in the store. She has chairs and stools here. She's got racks over in the corner and some shelf units in the corner here. She has this back wall area where she has all sorts of different cabinetry that you can buy from her. And then in this room, she's got lots of tables and lots of table samples for different types of tables that you can get from her. And a dresser over here, a really pretty dresser. The dresser is actually from Cluttered. You're okay. Good. Good. I am good too. Hold on for a second. Let me see, what can I do and how can I do it? Hold on a minute. I think I'm okay. There we go. Okay. I just needed to check on something right quick. All right, so this is actually called a mermaid table. This table here, it's the mermaid dresser from Cluttered. And it is a chest, it does hold things, but it is actually a mermaid piece, which is very fun. Did you hear that sound? That sounded like somebody was very upset about something. I'll have to go out and see. And then she's got different types of couches that she's showing. We could put another set of sofa here, and I think that will be good. Is it Doxy? Okay. And then Antio is goodbye. I always get that mixed up, but I forget which is which. Hold on for a second. Let me go to sofa. Why don't we have her have one of these sofas in here? And why don't we do a pretty color? let's just do the purple. We'll just do the purple in here since the walls, and we'll have that. So then there's a couch there that people can see. So she's got a lot of different types of furniture, and this stairwell goes up to the roof. She likes to go up here and walk through the poppy fields and just look out over the town. She's got an amazing view. See, there she is right there, looking out over the town. But then when she's ready, when she has a customer, she can come get back down here and she can go right here. Now, I'm going to close the doors for the evening. It's almost evening. Oh, yay! I remembered. Yay. All right, so let's look for a second. Mafia, how are you today? How are you doing? And yes, so this is actually a new piece. This is from the Let's Do mods, and this is Let's Do Beach Party, which Minecolonies team included in their server mod pack. And so I decided to add it and see how much fun it would be to have it. And this is wonderful, as we showed earlier, and I'll show right now. Yes, I can actually sit on this piece of furniture, which is pretty amazing. But there we go. See, I'm sitting on it. I just love that. So yeah, so that is one of the new pieces that we got, and it's very fun. Let's come down. Zaf, you fell asleep, so you might not have seen some of the stuff that we did. Let me see. Hold on for a second. I just have to make sure. I have all these things all of a sudden that it's like, wait, is that plugged in? Hold on. Okay, let's plug that in. So earlier today, we just looked again at the work that we had done on the hospital, because we did a really, the last couple of times, we still have to do the admitting area here, and part of it has to do with the doctor's office right here. Part of it has to do with the fact that I am seriously considering removing the stone brick, or at least plastering and painting the walls in the hospital, but we'll see. We'll see. I have so many different things to do that that are fun, but I'm not sure which one I want to do right now. But let me take Zaf over to the water, the wide riverfront, and let's look at the new place that we have here, and that is the shipwright right here. And there it is. Dun, 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 dun. There's a shipwright. Now, Lila, I think, isn't working on anything. And I think what I'm going to do, since Lila isn't working on anything, is to actually have Lila work on this. If Lila works on this, cancel the upgrade. And let's start again, and let's have Lila work on this. Lila's working out of Omar's shop on the other side of the hill. Upgrade. And let's have Athena actually work on something over here. And let's see if she can get to it from here. If she can't get to it from here, we're going to have to do something about that. I don't think she can. I need her to get over to here and do this. But there would have to be a road, and this is one of the things that we wanted to work on. Mr. Villager! Oi, Mr. Villager. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Villager has been very sweet to me. He has given me a wonderful gift, and I just am really happy about it. I can't have her go that way right now. Hold on a sec. My day is interesting. I've had a really good day, but my allergies are up a little bit. So my throat wants to be really weird. So I'm hoping that I can try and that will help. I'm hoping that will help. Let's see if she has a way. There's no way right here. So if she comes to here, she doesn't have a way across. I would have to remove this area right here just to make it possible for her to be able to get up in this section right here. Why don't we do that and see? And that'll at least give her a way over. And let's come here. This is Athena, and she is upgrading what? The Forester. And now she is upgrading the Forester. So we will ask for request to pick up, and a courier is going to come along, and that courier will move all the materials that she was using for this stonemason right here back to the warehouse, and then it'll be distributed to Lila while she works on it. And Lila's over here. It's a little bit of a commute, but not really. I think she's going to be okay. I'm going to try the commute in just a minute. Let's see if she's working. Sure enough, she wasn't working on anything. And so she's using Omar's shop while Omar is making stuff downtown. And we're going to, so if she did the commute, the best way for her to go would be like this, come through here. Then she would come to here, right down here. I need a light, don't I? So you can see. I'll put a light there so you can see. Let's put this here. Look what I don't have. I wonder where my builder tool is. I might have queued it. Let's see if I queued it. Did I queue it? I did not. It's gone. Ooh. Let's make these things go away. The poppies I picked. The carrots. And these guys, all these things can go back, and so can those. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that for a second. Let's make these other things go away right here. This is from working at the hospital and stuff, and we'll put them there. Okay, now let's use the lantern so we can see. That's not a bad commute for the builder to get to the build. And so she's going to come here and she will work on that building, and then Athena is going to come here and she's going to cross over here and come up here. And can she cross over here some kind of way? That's what I'm looking at right now, and see if we can get her to come over and down and up, and there she is. Okay, so that commute is going to be okay for her. She's not going to have any kind of accident doing that. Let's show you. So she's going to come this way. She's going to come up maybe to here or something. She can come back down to here and see right there. She can walk over this way, and then she is back right there. The sun is coming up and the day is going to begin. I do not have a builder's tool. That must be a sign. But Zaf, there it is down below. There is the shipwright. It is completed and it is really quite gorgeous. Let me go down these stairs right here. We'll come down here. Mr. Villager, are you still there? Are you still there? I don't know that he is. Okay, and there is Peyton, and Peyton is actually working on the new fishery. Except for the allergies, everything is good. I'm actually doing okay. And it's just the allergies that are causing me to sound like this. Hold on a sec. Look at this. This is what Peyton is working on. This is the cliff style fishery. And this is the new area. He's working on the level 2 of this. This is only a level 1. And yeah, so this looks like this. This is beautiful. Okay. So now we're standing right here for a minute, and we can look down and see the front of the shipwright. And we can also see some lanterns that are down below that have to do with putting supports down for the shipwright. But before we do anything else, Mr. Villager has given me a gift, and it's really pretty, and I am going to show you right now. And there it is. There is my new outfit right here, and that is Mr. Villager's creation. Mr. Villager is really good at making skins, and he's made me a couple of skins now, and I actually love them all. This one is wonderful. I mean, it's obvious that I look like I'm getting ready to travel, Mr. Villager. I've got a sack, and my hair is pulled up and secured behind me so that it won't get in the way when I'm traveling. And that looks really nice. I love the fact that my hair is all tied up into a bun. Are you seeing the little token? The jewel on the front. Let me look and see what the explanation is for a second, because I think I can find it here right quick. And see, Mr. Villager is saying I see it, but I don't see, except that it's a gift. That it's a gift. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Ah, that's very sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the gift is, let me turn around, is the brooch that I have on that is clipped to the front of my shawl part. And I love it. I love it. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. And let me see if there's something. And there we go. Okay, so there it is. Oh, that's sweet. So it's from his villagers. The villagers gave me a little memento because we helped them. I asked the towns that I'm a part of to help Mr. Villager's village with some things that they needed, and they gave me that lovely little brooch that they're saying is hero of the village. Aw, hero of the village. Well, thank you. That is very sweet. Thank you very much. And I just wanted everyone to see. And Mr. Villager, you have a little kind of side business that you're doing where you make skins for people, and I highly recommend Mr. Villager's skills at doing that, and that is really, really cool. Thank you. Obrigado. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. Obrigado. That's wonderful. What are you waiting
I'll
for?
take care of it.
What are you waiting for? You're waiting for 188 stone. Whoa. I think a stonemason here could actually make 188 stone at level 1. They shouldn't have any problem making the stone. Why don't we check and see if we have a teenager, someone who's graduated from the university who would like to become a stonemason at the Wide Riverfront. So this is the Wide River waterfront, and let's come up. I'm coming up the stairs here to where the stonemason shop is, and we'll check and see. Also look at the second good side. And now you are slightly similar to the colonists in terms of style. I know. 4 tons of color. I like it. I actually really do. And yes, for the time of year it is, and that the colonists are dressed in the Hellenic style, it actually looks like that I am similar to them in that style, and I definitely love that. I love the back. I love the way it looks. It's just, the detail is just really, really nice, Mr. Villager, and I definitely totally appreciate it. It's just gorgeous, and I love it. And it looks like a lot of work. It definitely does. I made the mermaid skin, so I do have some idea what it takes to make those, and that's why I'm saying you did a really good job. You definitely did. Let's look here. Let's see if we have somebody who can do this. They need to be creative, and they need to have dexterity. Now, Annie is the stonemason in the industrial area, and we're going to see if we have anyone. Look at Alberto. Look at Alberto. Alberto. And look at Alberto. Alberto's he's ready to graduate. Ooh, if we don't have anyone higher, but the dexterity. Or maybe too heavy? Nah, I like it. I like the bracelet. I like the bracelet. Mermaids like gold the way skeletons do. So we like gold. It's okay. I love it. Um, Alberto has the creativity, but the dexterity is low. Justice, there's Justice again. Justice seems to be able to do a bunch of different things. We're actually having, oh, I have to check and see if I actually did that. Put Nova back in her shop. 8 and 11 with Justice, but Justice isn't done school. She is still a couple classes away from being able to graduate. And Kaya isn't ready to graduate yet. Philip is not ready. Santos is not ready. Akeno is a couple away too. So Akeno, but the only other Justice's brother, Santos, actually is kind of okay. Calliope is a librarian. But I'm looking at those numbers. Those are rare numbers. The one that you mentioned before. You speak too early before even sending it. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'm looking at Calliope's numbers. Now, Calliope is actually Annie's kid. And that would be interesting if nothing really interested her until now. Her brother, Phelan, is going to be disappointed that she's moving so far away. And maybe he'll do something over here. Maybe he'll pick a job over here. They're very close siblings. And they've been close since they arrived to their mother, who's Annie. She so far is the best. But look at Simeon. So remember, Simeon was a chef, and then he was the cook, and he doesn't like any of it. So he went back to school, but he has a 22 and an 8. So that is pretty big right now. 22 is big as a good starting point. And I don't think we're going to find anybody. Those are all the kids. We could look at researchers for a minute and see. There's one. There's Blair. Let's find another researcher. Researchers are professors, and sometimes they change their mind. Bowden is not interested at all in any of this kind of stuff. Mirafled isn't interested. She's going to be a druid, and she's working towards, look, she's almost a druid. She has 27. She needs 30 in order to be a druid. And here's Rory. That's interesting. Look at Rory. Now, Rory is actually, see her agility and her adaptability. She's actually a courier, but she has creative skills. Good gracious. But she's such a good courier that we don't want to lose her to that. And no, because it looks like a lot of the couriers can do that. Let's find another. Let's see if we have any more researchers. That's who we're looking for. Looking for researchers. And there's two. There's Ailani. There's Alana. And neither of them wants anything to do. And there is Annie. So Annie is actually, I really like the idea of Calliope doing research on antiquities, and then deciding that she actually wanted to build things. I love the idea of her being Annie's daughter and then turning out to have her own shop. And we're going to hire her here. And so she's going to be here. We're going to teach her, stone, it's not going to matter anyway. It needs a stone smelter to make the stone that he wanted. But I think I still like that. You would like to mention that you told the other villagers. Many got scared and considered you a betrayer. However, you mentioned, and most of them are now in agreement to help you or Prasino for your causes or else. Many of them won't see you with hostility anymore. And the reason that Mr. Villager is saying that about his villagers is because I am a mob, actually. I'm actually a mob. I could be considered a hybrid, that I'm a player mob. So there are a couple of us player mobs. Python is one of them. Python on YouTube, he's actually what do you call them? A creeper. So he's a creeper player. So we're mixed origin. So yeah, so he's Mr. Villager is talking about the fact that players aren't good to villagers, and villagers are usually afraid of them. So he was able to get the people to see that I was different, and I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. Okay, so we've got Calliope, who's going to be here. Where's she going to live? Because I don't know that we have any space in one of the apartments here. And I'm going to look at this apartment right now. Let's come over here. Let's use the ladder in Rocco's apartment, Rocco's station. This is the Wide River station. And then go over. Oh, but why did I do that? Wait, what's wrong with me? I've lost it. I forgot that this one has the piece. So I have to go all the way back up. Let me come up to here. And it's right here. There we are. And there's only 2 people here. Okay. So Calliope is now going to live here. And she's going to have the new job. So she's going to stop by her mom's and get everything going. And just have a really fun sort of time setting up her own shop here, even as a level 1. And then Lila is working on the level 2, so that'll be good. So now that we did that, does Thalen doesn't really want, Thalen wants to come with her. There really isn't anything for him to do there. But what if he fished? What if he was going to be a decent fisher? Let's see for a minute. Might not be enough of an explanation for all villagers through the lands or what we are doing in this strange world, but it's a great step to form and help to flourish something unique and harmonious. And I agree. Aw, but it's fine. It's okay. Everything's good. Everything is good. I appreciate that. So let's come here and see. So it's focus and agility. This is always a hard one. There's Santos with an 8 and a 7. That's one of the kids, but he's not ready. Oh, he's really not ready. Wow. He just started university, so he's not ready. And let's come here. And let's look for a second. All done. I'm looking for Thalen for a second. He doesn't really have what it takes. He doesn't do that. And so he's not going to be approved to be a fisher here. Let's see if he has what it takes to be a forester. Let's look here and see. He's trying to stay with his sister, and so that's why we're trying to see if there's something here. Strength and focus. Wow, that's an interesting set. So let's see. There is Adeline, who was, and Adeline's parents are on the river. And Adeline, wow, she has the strength for it. And let's look here. Marcos, Matthias. And he doesn't really have it. If anything, if he was going to do anything to stay, he could join the medical team at the university, and maybe we could do that for him so he would be at least closer to Calliope. And let's do that. So she is here and she lives here. He would be at the university right here, and we could either have him study here. That would be interesting if he got interested in druid work if he came here. Let's look. There is room for him. Let's come down here. And we're looking for Kingheart. And there he is. So he has an 8. So he is leaning in this direction anyway. So we're going to have him leave the Antiquities Library. Hi, Bowden. And we're going to have him come and join Bowden's team. Now, when he does, he's going to need someplace to live in this area. And now we could have Calliope and Thalen live together because they are siblings. And we could do that. This is Bowden right here. Bowden, do you think you're inside? Skip the chit chat. This is Bowden right here. And Bowden's a classic example of a big family. His mother is Fried Swidey, one of the first 4, and his father is the doctor at the medical hospital, the university hospital, and his partner is Rory. He has, I think he has 5. 1, 2, 3. No, he has 4 siblings: Nathaniel, Chloe, Ella, and Riley. And then he has 2 kids with Rory, Poppy, and Marcos are their kids. And so that is really tied in to the town. And that's why I'm saying if we don't have enough room here, let me see here, we have plenty of room here. Okay, so let's have both of them. I'm going to have both of them live here. So we're going to have Thalen live here. Let me see her commute for a minute. Let me see what happens with her commute for just a second. Calliope would be 51. I might do it the other way around and have him live where she's living. So let's unassign 4 siblings. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are 5 kids. They had 2 sets of kids in 2 different generations. So that's how they got that number of kids. Yes. Yeah. Oh, wait. I can't do that. I just realized it doesn't make any sense to go down because I actually need to go to here to write, wait, where is it? No, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, it's down lower. Oh, it is down lower. Oh, it's right. No, I've lost it. Wow, talking about blending in. Whoa. Okay, let's come here and let's see what it would be like if he lives here. He's 49. That's fine. So he's 49. Weston is 49 from where he is. Peyton is 37 from where he is. And Calliope is 37. So this is good. These are good numbers. And there we go. So that means that Thalen and Calliope are still together in this location. He's doing medical research, and she is following in her mother's footsteps, and she's actually doing stonework. The last people that I got, Mr. Villager, Lexi and Riley had 5 kids. They had 5 kids. No, 4 kids. They had 4 kids, which made the family 6. So one of the kids had to live with grandparents across the way. And that's what we did this morning. So Riley and Lexi went back to their businesses. So you remember that Lexi owns the Farm to Table restaurant in the industrial area, and Riley is a courier at the Narrows waterfront. Not this waterfront, the other waterfront. So what about the kids? The kids were in school here. So what they decided to do, the kids are grown, they're at the university. They decided to move Justice, who hadn't had a chance to live with their siblings, into the house now that their parents don't live here. So all the kids live here. Justice, Kaya, Santos, and Philip all live in this house, but they are supervised. Their grandparents live right here. So their grandparents are right across this walkway right here, Marmaduke and Frightswhitey. And so they actually have supervision even though they are living without any parents, but they would be living in a dorm. In a way, this is actually better for them because they're living together in their house that most of them were raised in. Just Justice wasn't there. So Justice gets to live with their siblings for right now. I know. Hold on. Who who is that? Who was that? I don't know who that was. Oh, I was standing right in front of the ladder and they said, Excuse me. That's what they did. So, yes, so that's actually what we did this morning on Twitch. We actually got all of them to go back to their normal jobs. Davis wasn't working at his fishery even. And so we would maybe see if Davis was interested in the new fishery. But I think he's not going to want to leave Jaylene. Jaylene is one of the druids, and her station is the Poppy Station South, which is right near where he is. This is what Mr. Villager was talking about. So this is the Hellenic style, and these are visitors actually dressed in the Hellenic style right here. I saw someone else. There's one of the men. He's a visitor too, this person right here. And yeah, so my clothing is in keeping with the summer styles that the people are wearing right now, which is really very nice. So I see that. Nakiasha is feeling a little frustrated right now because she needs to get some things, and I think she's not getting them because I think the couriers are thinking that she already got those. I could maybe see if I can get a pickup. Yeah, I can. Good. So that might get her noticed on the scale, and we'll see. I don't think so though. I think I'm going to have to cancel. So did I start Nova back at her shop? I don't think I did. Nova has decided to return to her fletchery since Nakiasha took over. Now Nakiasha was a cook, and but it's going to work really well that she wants to cook for the 7 restaurants. And sure enough, Nova's not back yet. So let's come here. Did I just, uh-oh. What did I just do? No. Okay, I'll have to figure out where Jaslyn was. I just accidentally clicked on her and hired her as the Fletcher. It's like, no. Where is, oh no, Nova's still there. No, Nakiasha didn't take over cooking. That was the weird thing. She was a cook, but she decided to be a builder. That's what happened. And Nova is actually, the Fletcher took over cooking. I forgot that. And Justice, see Justice? She's just 3 points away from graduating. Justice is actually going to become the new Fletcher. She has the highest skills, Fletcher skills, and she's going to become the new Fletcher. Empty flat cliff in Prasino for it. An empty flat cliff in Prasino. For the project. I don't know. I'll have to check and see if I have someplace like that. Might have to have a little bit more information. Let me look here. Is there some information here that I missed? We'll have to see. Have to see what happens. I'll have to see what happens with that. Let's. So we don't have a Fletcher right now until we have a graduate, but Nova made sure that there was plenty of materials in the warehouse before she left, and Nova is now actually living down in the farm country close to where she works. She's living in the new farm building, which is what Nakayasha is working on. That's what Nakayasha is continuing to work on. And because Carly went up to the to Hira's, I don't know that Hira. We'll have to see if that is true where Carly is. And let's come here. Let's look. So upstairs here should be Nova, and this is what. Yep. So that is definitely what Nakayasha is working on. So let's find out what Carly's working on. Hira is working on the library after Ainsley lost her life. Ainsley lost her life putting in this aquarium. I don't know what she did wrong, but she was putting in the aquarium and she did not make it. So we'll see. I'm supposed to be keeping a watch on Hira just to make sure, but there wouldn't be anything I could do except break the aquarium open if he was having trouble. And how would I know in time? I don't know. It's kind of scary thinking about that. So because this is being worked on, this way out is cut off because that way was made by me. These tops are off right now and we'll have to put them back on later. And this part of the train, the streetcar right here is disconnected because that is also a part. I wasn't supposed to do that. That's part of this build. So all of those things have to wait until this building is a level 5, which will be the final stage for this building. Isn't it? Or is he working on the level 4? Hold on. Do we still have one more stage? Ooh, that would be long. But we might. Oh, we do. He's working on the level 3. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have a ways to go. So Rosa Ouro is a little behind Prasino in some of the buildings, and this is one of them that this building is built to, I think, the level 4, and then we're going to have the level 5 in a little bit. So we'll see. So that's why I was so surprised to lose Ainsley to that building, because we'd already built one. It's like, how did that happen? Exactly. Let's come down here. Do I want to come down or do I want to go up? Maybe I want to stay. Maybe I want to go up. Hello. It's one of our new druids. We now have druids at the tower, at the druid station right here. This is the Druid Learning Center for Rosa Ouro, and we have 2 druids who are stationed here now, and we'll have ultimately 10. We're not going to have the full 20 here, but we will have the 10 for the 2 front guard towers. And then we'll also have an 11th druid up here at this station, at this guard station right here. And that druid, what is this? Is this a 5? It is a 5. I thought I saw that up there. Hold on. So let's come up here, right to here, and let's take that off. So if I want to have something there, what would I put there? Which one of the banners would I put? I could put the Chroma Hills one, but let's put the Balloon Mountain. Let's put this. This is the symbol for the cliff style, and we'll put that right there. That is very nice. I like that. All right, and then we'll put these back. And do I have another one? I sure do. Okay, we don't need one here. No one can see this one. So we'll take that one away, and we'll just have that. And that is good. And then we'll see what happens when we start working on this building. We might have to repair this building. We'll see which one looks the best when it's done, because this building actually has a piece that comes up, and it might take away the walkway right here. But they don't need that part of the building because the building is really tall. When the building is, let's come down, this is the alchemist here. See this part right here? They go all the way down into here and are here. So they only really need the stairwell right here. And so if this interferes, we will find out what to do about that. Notice now that it doesn't interfere at all, but the building of this might take away some of that. So we'll find out in a minute or two when we have some builder working on it. So if they are there, where in the world is Carly working? Where's Carly working from? This is Hira right here. Hira, I'm just going to give it to you. I don't know where you're going to get those from. So I will give you those. And let's come here, and I know where I'm getting them from. I'm getting them from the Mer Nation. The Mer Nation helps sometimes, especially with unusual things like
What's
that.
it today,
But yep. So he's good. He's just talking about food. Do you have any food? You don't. That's interesting. All right. So I'm a little concerned here. Did you see what just happened there? So I want to see, he's working on that building, and I want to see what's going on. He's not requesting anything. He's going upstairs here and get some materials. And so we'll find out what's happening with this. We'll see what's happening with that. Where is Carly? Ah, she's in Ainsley's Bloom. That's where she is. So Carly is working out of Ainsley's Balloon, but she doesn't have a project because I didn't want to give her I'd rather that Hira worked on the library, since we lost someone already. I know that Hira can handle it, and I really wanted him to do that. So see this here? I don't know what's going on here. He's upset about something. And whatever he's upset about, this is possibly what happened to her. Let's come here. Let's see who's working on this. No one's working on it. Let's have Carly work on this. Upgrade the building to the level 5. There are story aspects in the top of this building, so Fallon, you're not inside. There. So we want that part. And what is the matter? Let's look and see. He is pissed about something. He definitely
can I
is.
help you?
Really? You want banners? There are tons of banners. Why aren't you getting things? Required. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he needs a ton of banners and candles, and guess what? We don't have someone. I think that is what's holding this up, and that's why he's distressed. We can look and see if we have some of those in the warehouse. Let me look at something for a minute. I didn't actually really understand the clipboard. I had something happen today where it's like there was some sort of explanation. And it's like, I hadn't heard that before. So I'm going to look now for a minute. Hi, Carly. And see. But there's no question. The things that he hasn't got need to be made by the Fletcher, and we don't have one. Okay. So what if we have just Justice Intern? What if we have Justice Intern, the Fletcher for right now, and have Nova sort of check in on her from time to time, and I think we could do that. This is Remy's shop right here. We're going to go over to the Fletcher. Bowden and Fright Switey and Marcus would probably be okay with her studies being complete if she begins working here. They might be okay with that. We'll have to see. Manage workers. And let's see, because she is the one to be here. She has the best skills for it. And let's move her here. She is young, and so because of that, we're going to have to find some place for her to live. Pretty close by. Let's look for a second. I want to see if there's a place here, because we've shifted around people. Nova was living here for the longest time, and this is why I want to see if there's still room for her here. And there is. So Autumn is here, Sullivan, Remy, and Logan are here, and we're going to see if we have Justice join. She might be too far away. It didn't show her coming up, so she might be a little ways away. 68. Let's see if I can get her closer. 68 is a hike. Let's see if it's better for her. So she's right here. She could come up these stairs and go to the Covenstead. I think the Covenstead is full, but we'll check. It's Juliet. I know, Hero, we're working on it. And there is room for her here. There is not. There is not room for her here. Even though it says 4 of 5, the 5th apartment in here is the one that was turned into a completely different apartment, so it's not available. So there's actually only 4 people who can be here. And now it's not showing me Justice at all. Oh yes, it is, right up there. Yeah, this would be perfect for her. Fallon is 17. Jaslyn, there she is. We'll get her back at the Antiquities library. That's where she's working. But Justice now. This would actually be perfect for her. But I don't think that I can move anyone else. See how close? Let's move Simeon for a second. Let's put Justice in here for a minute. I'm going to see something. Let's have Simeon, hi. Hi, Jaslyn. Yes, I know you want to go to work. Okay, let's put Jaslyn back. And how close away? Kind of close. Jaslyn belongs here, especially now, because that means that Calliope and Thalen aren't here. So Simeon and Jaslyn are now the 2 antiquities specialists. And true, he should be living there too. I'm going to look at the housing for a minute. There's a house right here. Let me come downstairs to the middle floor right here, and let's see how many people live here. 5 of 5. Asphodel is here, and Jet. We could actually move Asphodel and Jet into the new house. Although I'm tempted to just go ahead and let them have the farm. I know they're not a couple. I just don't like setting them up as a couple because I know they're not. If they move into the new house, it's a shared house. It's not a family home. And they would be okay there. We could move them into the farmhouse for the time being. Let's manage for a minute. Simeon's 41 from here, which is fine. Santos is homeless? I probably moved him. Okay. So let's move Asphodel, and let's move Jet, and let's have Simeon be here. Simeon is 41 away, and that's within perfect range, so they're fine. Let's go over to... No one will get any sleep if he is in the town hall. Let's come over here and let's put him back in one of these buildings. It's more than likely that he lived in this building back here. That he lived here. So let's go downstairs here and let's see. There we are. Here we are. And there's Emmanuel. And sure enough, okay. So this is where Santos was. And so Santos is back now. Emmanuel, Omar, and Rosa all live here. And we will put them together for right now. These are all separate apartments. And everyone's happy. Yay. So now I need to go to the farmhouse, which is where they used to live before the census. And we're going to put them back in the farmhouse for the time being. And then they'll move into the new farmhouse across the way that is shared housing. So the people in the farmhouse are roommates. Living here means that you're a couple. This is a couple's house right here. And so we're just going to put them here for now until they can move in to the other. They are not a couple. They've lived together before. They've even fostered a kid together, but they are not a couple. And so I don't want to presume. There she is. She started working on it. So she's working on the house, Carly is. And in this area, we were talking about this. When this house is done, this edge is going to come off. That edge right there is going to go back. And I think there isn't an edge on this side. No, this is good. And then when Nakiyasha is done with this, she's actually going to continue bringing this up to the full level 3. This is a decoration, so it is a 3 level. Some decorations have levels, and they're usually 3s, like a tavern, and some decorations are instant. And but this is a level. This one has levels, and that's the level 2 of that one. And so Nova is here, and then Asphodel and Jet are going to join her as soon as there's enough housing, as soon as there's enough room. But until then, they're going to live together again. And this is Jet's farms right here. And he has what he needs. And then this is Asphodel, who is Della. Some call her Della, that's her nickname. And her fields right there, those are hers. And she's doing okay right now. 3 and 4 is 7 fields, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look. Jet has 4 fields, yeah. So 3 and 4 is 7 fields. 7 fields that they have. And this chickpea field right here is just growing them until we need apples or dirt apples. We need potatoes. Terracotta. We need potatoes, or we need carrots, or we need one of those kinds of things, wheat or something like that. This one is going to be for vanilla fields, actually. And we have a new farmer. We have a new farmer who's growing wheat. Look at the moon. Let's go over to Maya's guard tower, which is Delta Tower 2. And these are the towers on the wide river. No, on the narrow river. Yes. Yes, Mr. Villager. Let's come here. Let's see if I can get myself to sleep. Yay! I did it this time. Yay! I have it now. Oh, I do? Hold on. Let's see what it is. Do, 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 do. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's pretty intense. Mr. Villager sent me a picture of the great library, the great and ancient building with what almost seems endless corridors of shelves full of parchments, which each one contains the knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence coming from both sides, the players and the villagers, all mixed and combined, being shared between peoples for generations, containing stories, legends, facts, and traditions. Wow, that's pretty intense. That is most interesting. I love the intention, and the building is beautiful actually, and I love it. The final blueprint. So here's the problem, Mr. Villager. It's just a small problem. These buildings, all of these buildings here, almost every single one of them is built by the builder, by builders in Minecolonies. Even the ones that I build, I'm not actually building them. I have the Mer Nation come in and build them. So I have all of that. I don't really build the way some players do. I don't, I like your designs for like the crane and things that we had, and those are really cool. I think that building is gorgeous, but because I already have libraries, I have 3 libraries. And these libraries are built by the villagers. Check it back again. There's more info. Okay, let's see. Let me look for a second. Build 2 Incan libraries inside of it. Ooh. All right, let me look at the Incan library for a second and see. 3. I already have 3 libraries here. I'll show them to you in just a minute. Yeah, there's 3 separate libraries. In Rosa Ouro alone, there are 2 libraries in Prasino. And if this is for Prasino, that would give them a 3rd library. Let me get a builder tool. What happened to mine? That's interesting. Hold on. I don't have it. I put it away. Okay. So let me look at something for a second. Look at this. Look at how close the border is coming to matriarch. I'm seeing the border in a weird way. Oh, because it's now including some of this side. There's the matriarch right there. The elephant queen. She is watching over her tribe, which is down in that savanna there. But let us look. Let's touch down for a second. So what Mr. Villager is saying is that I could put 2 Incan libraries inside of this facade that he sent me a picture of. So let me look at Incan for a second and let's see what they look like. Education, the library, level 5, and let's raise it up so that I can see it. Ah, okay. So this is a level 5 of the library right here. So there's one. And see all the covers over. You thought the 3 were in Prasino, so you got in despair. No. The 3 are here. I have 3 here. Isn't that interesting? Look, all the bookcases are covered. That is most curious. And then there is some water. There is a water element, and then there is this. I see what you're saying. So what I would be doing is building 2 of these side by side, and then having the facade that you provided over top. That would be quite interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with that. I have to find some place for it. Minecolonies and survival. Yes. I'm interested. I'm interested. So this one, and then a second one of these, and we put them together, and then put the facade over the top of it. And that would be beautiful. It definitely would be. Okay. Okay. It has big, beautiful stairs and a wonderful, wonderful covering over it, which I would actually really like. I can't tell what it's made out of. Part of it is cobble and stone, it looks like, but it'll be interesting to see what we want to make it out of. But I'm good with doing that. That would give Prasino a 3rd library, and I think that'll be okay. I just have to figure out where to put it. I do. I definitely do. And since we're going to go over to Prasino in about 5 minutes, we'll get a chance to look at that and see what's going on there. So she, Nakiasha is working on that building. And I'm going to come over here for a second and see if there's something that she needs that she hasn't gotten yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Aha! A birch trap door, but it's a traditional trap. Let's come here and see why she's not getting that. Uh-oh, I forgot something about Riley, and I'll do that in just a moment. A birch trap door. So let's teach. Crafting recipes, teach. There it is, birch trap door. Teach that trap door, and that recipe is saved. Building will be better if do it like that. You almost wrote here in when you mentioned that there were 3 libraries, you thought for a second while you're living there are these look at her, she just made it right before our eyes. She just made the thing that she needed. That is excellent, and that's why she hadn't gotten it yet. Let's go up for a second to, yeah, nah. No, no, it's good. It's good to have the libraries that are holding the knowledge and studying, keeping the knowledge. We don't have Nobody has phones here. We don't have computers and phones in that kind of way yet. So we are dependent on books and parchment and things like that in order to learn. Let's look at teach recipe for a minute. What am I looking for? I'm looking for candles, and there's nothing. What? Do you see that? Oh, that's that. That's why. Hold on. Let's come here. There's that candle. There's plenty of those. Okay, so let's come like this. Let's look here. It's nighttime. Let's look at what Carly Nakayasha. Who's this? One of the builders is missing. Omar, Keanu, Lila, Peyton, Athena. Where's Lila? That's Lila. So we're going to have to get Lila back online. And let's look here for a minute. We're looking at Nakayasha. So let's come here and see. And Nakayasha needs nothing. Look at what it's asking for. All that stuff is available. And Autumn just made these birch trap doors for her. And everything else apparently is in the warehouse. It's actually in the warehouse to be made. Let's do one thing. We could am I here? Yes, I am. I just want to make sure that Autumn actually can make some of these pieces. Wait, this is exactly where we want to go. Right here. And let's look at custom, let's look at teach, and sure enough. So this is something, so creamstone and stripped dark oak. And there's Omar needing orange brick, and we'll teach that. And Omar needing creamed stone brick on the outside of dark oak, and we'll teach that. Okay, and that takes care of that. So why is Riley upset? Because Riley isn't assigned to a warehouse. I totally forgot to reassign her to the warehouse, and so she hasn't been working still. You have Ruben. Wait, yes, we have to go in and we'll get her assigned. Whoops. Am I moving without? Look, Ma, no hands. Let's come here. Let's put this here and let's come here. How close am I? I'm only a minute away. Let's go to couriers. Let's manage workers. And let's hire Riley. And she'll be so happy to be back to work. And so we have 10 couriers here. But in actuality, Rory and Rosa should actually be over. No, not Rosa. Rory and Monica's okay. Chalia and Rory and Weston should all be working at, and Waylon. Wow, they should all be working at the other shop. No, Weston shouldn't, and Waylon. but Rory and Chalia should be working out of the White River warehouse. But that means that we would have to have 2 more couriers. And that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Okay, and that's it for today in Rosa Ouro. We're going to go over to the other side. Luckily, we got to everything just in time, so that all the people are where they're supposed to be and able to do the things that they need to be. So when we come back, on Tuesday, everything will continue. This will continue. So, and we'll begin to go over. So here we go. Save and quit to title. And I think I didn't have enough of the tea that I need to combat the allergy. Notice I've kind of stopped coughing completely. That's a good question, Zav. And it's interesting. That's something that I'm not sure about what's stopping Mr. Villager from having wood, except, hi, what's going on? She wanted to tell me something. She definitely did. Unless it's a thing of security, unless they're trying not to have a profile where they can be found and people can actually attack them. Zaf, that's what might be the reason that he's living underground. MPA! MPA, how are you? You're playing Minecraft? Really? Cool. You can't live stream on PF6. Yeah. Yep, that's probably true. That is definitely a problem. Okay, so here I am. I am going back. How are you, MPA? I'm going to look at what we did earlier today. So earlier today, we did exactly the same thing where we had a bunch of the druids who had fostered kids, and they all went back to work. We also looked at the work that we did on putting in a new door to the back of the cookery so that Sincere could actually use it. Remember that Sincere was coming to the back of the building and just standing there for a little bit, and then realizing there wasn't an entrance, and then going around and down the block. But now we took that window that was there. There was a window there, and we took that window away and made a doorway and a little porch area right here. Now on this porch area, if we wanted to, we could put some merchandise, but the reason that Sincere doesn't have any boxes or stuff on the outside is because this is the graveyard right here, and it's a beautiful little location, and I think he doesn't want it to look cluttered. I think he would rather have all the boxes and things in here. And I think we're going to agree with him on that. I think we are. Yes, Sincere, you're absolutely right.
I'll take care.
And so we did that. And so he's working for right now. And let's see. Did you see that? See that? See what she's doing? That's why I put those in. That's why I put the stop signs in. She is trying, she's either just having fun or she isn't getting off where she wants to. Let me go and get a stop. I should have, well, what are you talking about? You can make a stop just from here. I didn't see what the druid did. I'll see when the druid comes out. And maybe I'm just misunderstanding it. Maybe they're just having fun riding the streetcar when they do this. But we'll see. You're going to go back to who? Okay. Eat in the new Prasino's cookery. The meals are of afterlife. All right, let me get something here. Let's do something about what she's doing. So let's get a redstone torch, and let's get blackstone. I think it is. It's probably blackstone that we need. Okay. Let's get one of these. That's just a post from Adorn. And let's make that go away. And let's put this here. So then let's see. Let's put the stop sign here. And let's put this here. And there we go. Okay. And now she stopped. And that's why I do it. Okay, MPA, have fun. Have fun. Make a stone square pillar and put it on the top of the edge of this bridge. Stone square pillar.
Good day to you.
Squared pillar and put it at the top. Put it on the top of the edge of the bridge. You mean to have a border on the bridge? I don't want one. I don't want a border. I like that it doesn't have an edge on it. This is actually yeah, I know, it's kind of dangerous, but I haven't had any problems here because they get on the streetcar and they go home or they go where they're going, and even the guards just get on the streetcar and they yeah. So I'm not interested in having a rail for this area. I just love the way it looks like that. I love the way it looks in the field. See, I love the way it looks like that, where it doesn't have that rail. So, yeah, but thank you. Thank you for the idea. Obrigado. And, ooh, it's a new moon rising. Let's go over here. We're going to go to Guardian's Rock for a minute. Primarily, what do you think of giving a hug to Ikromi before it all ends? Ikromi, Let's go over to Chromie for a minute, and I'm going to look for some place for that third library. Let's go to Chromie's shop here. This is Chromie down here. And there he is. Here's a Chromie. Hi. And his pet. He has a pet firefly. And there he is. Hi, how are you? Oh, and your firefly just blinked on. How are you doing? I should make a second stool. I'm going to make a stool for him. His chairs have the straw on them. So I think maybe I would just make a plain one of these, like one of these right here. This is too, nah. Oh. I know what kind of stool will match perfectly. Let's come down here. One that has a pillow. So this oak stool, and then a pillow. And is that purple on his bed? I think it is. Let's look. No, it's brown. Okay, let's go back to pillows and let's get brown or green. Nope. OW. And let's get a green one. So then I can put this right here. Like this. And then I can put this right here. And then I can sit at the table with him. And we're sitting at the table together. And he's just telling me some interesting stories for the night. But here we are. There's his pet firefly. As big as those are, think about their hands. So that's a firefly that's like this big, like the bees. So that's a pet. I mean, gerbils are that size. So yeah, ferrets, they're that size. So yes, so we had a lovely visit with Chromie. Oh, you know a place. Too much the surroundings. Go near Stonehenge. Okay, well, let's do that. So bye. We'll see you next time. Let's rise up. Let's look. Do I have anyone to work on it? I don't know. I'll have to check and see. Depending on how big it is, I guess it could be an extension of the Druid Learning Center and sit on this hill right here. And I would be fine with that. Yeah, it definitely is. It would be like carrying a pig under. Yes. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. So yeah, we could put it right here. Oh, this would be interesting. Let me look at something for a second. Oh, I might like this, but then what road would be here? I don't know about that. Oh, let's go to sleep in the Stonehenge for a minute. There's a couple of things that we could try here. So I'm going to sleep in the shadows of the Stonehenge. So let's go to sleep here. taking out a sleeping bag and I'm going to sleep here. This is a curious detail. It's supposed to be built in a cliffside. Well, what's interesting about that is that's what I just saw. That it could actually be built right here. Right in this part right here, like this. And let me look for a second. I like that. I like the idea of it. Look how perfect this would be right here. So the Stonehenge is there. The Druid library is up there. And this would be an antiquities library for them. And the other library, the school library, the university library, is over beyond that hill. You didn't show its sides because it's actually built into the rock. Do you think it's big enough? Well, let's find out. Let's look and see something for a minute. I think it is, believe it or not. And that's what I want to see. This is a perfect little area. We could actually have, without disturbing the maples, we could actually have a little plaza area down below and maybe even bring steps down from there into this area here. And look at the view of the water from here. This would be stunning. Look at that. Let's pull out some tools. Let's touch down right here. Let's go to Incan. And let's look at Incan for a second. Select. And let's go to education. And let's go to the library, level 5. And let's see what we're talking about here. So there is the Stonehenge. So if the entrance, let me find the entrances for just a second, because I need the entrances to be facing this way. I don't have an entrance yet. Here's the entrance. Hold on. Where is it? Is that it there? So there's that part. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, so let's turn around and let's bring this back into here for a second. And I want to see what happens when we put this into this hill right here. So I would want one of them to be, I'm going to put this one in first. I would want one of them to be here. And then it would have to go down to about here so that the location is correct. Ah, so this one's sticking out on this side. Let's push it. Hold on, let me see. Let's push it back so that it's at least all inside there. Let's push it here. And there it's all inside. It's all inside right there. So let me find this part right here. Let's get red terracotta. This is red terracotta right here. And let's put right here 1, 2, 3. So that should be red terracotta right there. Let's get a shovel for a minute. Let's see if I can find the door. Just for a second. I need a pickaxe. I need a pickaxe, which I do not have on me. Let's come here. Let's see. Do I have one? I don't. What happened to my stuff? That's interesting. Let's do a pick. P-I-C-C-K. And let's get one of these. I always like these. I like using the iron tools in Chroma Hills. I'm looking for the doorway. And so if I can find that for a moment, then there it is. So this is the door right here. So that is the end of that building right there. Now let's see what happens if we put one next to it. So what I would like to do is flip it. So, wait, I'm going to have to, actually put it down for a second. I'm going to have to put it down for a minute. So there's a little pool thing right there. Oops, I just fell somewhere. Not on the ground anymore. There we go. So there it is right there. There's the hut block. And I think I fell. Whoop. And then we have that. Okay. So let me assign a builder. Assign a builder. Okay. So see that part right there? So I can see that. Yep, I did cut into the ground right here. And let's put this here so that I know that this is here. All right. There's one. Now let's see what happens with this other one. So let's put this one here. Touch here. Let's go to... Are you seeing those stone slabs in the front of the facade? Hold on a second. Yeah, I do see them. Hold on a minute. You can put the tag leisure for they're going to be used as seats. Oh, okay. I like the idea of that. It's raining and the things have a tendency, it's very difficult to set something in the rain. I'm going to come back and just a little bit after it stops raining. We'll come back here. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's go this way. Mercy, what's wrong? What are you doing? And why are you there? Mercy's a new, she's a new, yeah, why are you? She's doing that thing where they're going back and forth on the road, which means she's lost. But she's new, so she might not understand. No, now she's going back. No, she isn't. Where are you trying to get that you can't get to?
It's a fine morning.
I don't know where she's trying to go. Okay, she's going farther this time. She's lost. She's lost. Let me find which warehouse she belongs to. Let's just find out if she belongs to this warehouse or she belongs to the downtown warehouse. Let's look here. She belongs to this warehouse, all right. I'm going to recall everybody. Now, oh, I know what it is. It's raining and they don't like to work when it's raining. She's probably just having fun watching me. I'm going to leave her. It's raining and they don't it slows them down from delivery. so they don't necessarily want to deliver in the rain. Hi, Nolan. Nolan's the forester. And people are now going home. Let's sleep over here. I'm going to go to sleep early because it's raining. I know people are still on their way home. I left this open. Should I have some dinner or something to give everybody a chance to go home? Because look at that. There goes Emery. Emery, what do you need? That's making you... Aha! That is something that actually has to be done by a mechanic. So we'll check on that in the morning. That's why she's distressed. And let's come here and let us get a sleeping bag so I can sleep really comfortably. Hi. It's morning. There we are. Definitely is. All right, let me close this. A lot of times I leave this open and I probably shouldn't. Let's close that. Let's not have that in our hand. Let's put these things away right here. We have the tools that we need. And let's go
Good to see
here.
you.
I know, I see it. And let's do the request. Let's cancel and have her re-ask for it. And then let's go over to Chloe for 2 seconds. Not Chloe. Chloe's in Rosa Ouro. Let's go to Chanel. She's much closer. And we'll get Chanel to make that piece. And Chanel is up here on the second level. And she is actually right here. So we should be able there. Oh, he came out of there. Let's come up. And here she is. And let's look at crafting custom recipes. And no, it says that she already knows how to make that. Let's look and see. Let's look at the list. That was actually Emery, who was distressed. I forgot to put Lila back on, give her resources, but we'll do it next time. Let's come here. And this is waxed block of copper and red nether bricks. It seems like it should be made by her, but it might be that the stonemason has to make it, because it's not coming up there. But it's not showing that a recipe needs to be made, actually. So it just needs, those things just need making. So we'll leave that and let them figure it out. And we'll go back and work, now that the sun is out, on this antiquities library for Prasino to have, which is going to be under the hill where the Stonehenge is. So what we were going to do was come here, and one of the doors opens right here. I don't want the other door opening on the other side. So Incan education, the library, level 5, and I don't see it. Hold on for a second. There it is. And so let's turn this around. Turn it again. And there's the door. That's actually, I think, where we want the door to be. I think that is where we want the door to be. I probably should have had that one facing differently. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yep. I'm going to have to replace that one because the door needs to be flipped on that one. So let's come here. Let's bring this down right next to that. So see that wall there? That wall right there. That would be their shared wall. You'd have to have it right here like this. So let's put this back, and it would be right here like this. And then the other one needs to, I could flip it so that the shorter end was this way. And I think I'm going to do that. So it would be in the mountain right here. And the door for it is right over here. So do I want this to, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to move the door for this one right here. See, like this? I'm going to move the other one, and it's going to be sticking out, and we're going to add a little bit to this side. So see, this is right here. You can see that one there. We'll do the same with the other one. So I'm going to set this one. Wait, I won't be able to find the hut block. Hold on a second. So this is the door right here. And let's come around for a minute. Come around until we can walk through right here, past the fountain. And where do we have here? Let's look. Can I find this? Or am I going to have to make a, there we go. There's the room that it's in. And we'll just make this room right here so that we can see this part of the wall right there. There we go. I think we broke through to where the other one was. All right, so here we are right here. Let's do a assign a builder right there. Okay, and then let's come out. I need this piece here. Let's come out here. And so now this is sitting right here like this. So then this is coming all the way over to there. I see that. So now let's put in a piece that comes over to the next one. So let's touch this. Let's switch. Incan. Oh, I didn't need to switch. I didn't need to. I didn't need to switch. Library. This is where I need to switch. So level 5. So let's turn it until we have, there's the door. So see, that's the door there. What we're going to do is flip the building. So now the door is there. And that is exactly what we wanted. All right. So now let us move it to the end of this right here. See that part right there? Did I not pick up the other one? Hold on for a second. Let's X for a minute. I think I didn't pick up the other ones, so they're overlapping. Let's X. Yes, I didn't pick it up. Let's take that away, and let's take that out. That's what was happening. We'll just have to do it again right quick. Okay, so this is actually the new one right here, and that construction tape right there is the end of the new one now, which comes along this line right here, and we can see it in and behind there. So now let us do this. Let's come here and we'll put the other one down. So education, library, and then flip. And let me see if I didn't need to flip it again, but let's see. Let's turn it around. Level 5. Let's bring it out. Turn it again. Bring it back. Where is it? There it is. Oh, good. Yes, I did need to flip it because now it's on the right side. Okay, and then let's put, see right there? That's it right there. So we're going to put this right on that border, and I have to make sure that they're both exactly at the same place, and they are. And then this is going to come out right here, but what we're actually going to do is cover this. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this part of the mountain right here and have this bulge come out and cover this building and these sections right here. So we have one set there. We have that one that's set right here. And now we have this one right here, which is going to be set right next to it. So let me look at this wall that they're going to share. Is there any way of getting a door into this wall? We could do it right here. What's on the other side? Yeah, see, there's nothing, there are books there. I'll probably have to do something specific with this. I'm curious. I would love to hear the developer's reason for having covers on all these bookcases. That is most interesting, isn't it? It really is. It's most interesting. And here's the thing. So it flipped the doorway. But it didn't flip. Hold on. Did I turn it around when I raised it up? Did I accidentally turn it? I must have. It's become even more complex than you would have expected. Let's leave that there for a minute. I think I made some kind of mistake and I'm trying to figure it out. Ah, I know what it is. I turned that around and I wasn't supposed to. Let's turn it back. There we go. So there's the doorway there. And I raised it up and I got turned around. Sorry. Let's bring this down. And let's move it here. So once it's built, I'm actually going to, yeah, see, it's right on the edge of that. So that means that where this construction tape is not going to be disturbed. So we can build them right up next to each other, and then I can figure out the door later. And this part here, let's do assign a builder. So there's the two sets of them. And let me take this for a minute. Let's sleep in the clover fields. We haven't slept in the clover patch in a while. Let's sleep in the clover patch. Ah. There we go. All right. So now we have the double Incan pieces here. And the thing that you have in front, oops, bonky. Sorry about that. So let me look at those. There can be some seats they can sit. I didn't count the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 stairs up. I should have taken that into consideration because this is only going to be 1, 2 from here. And I don't think I'm going to, I think I'll have it step down into some of this. We're just going to leave the hill mostly the way it is in front until this is made, and then we'll see what's going to happen with the rest. But in this area right here where this is, we can actually start just to fill in along this line right here, and this will give us an idea. Right here we're going to fill in all the way, and I just actually want to put this here just so that I have an idea of how we are going to have to terraform this hill a little bit. It's not that much, see, when you do it like this, but it's the height that's going to be interesting. How far down will it come when we do that height? But I actually like this location. See right here where this is? Look at this perfect thing here where we can have stairs come down here and go right to the building at this level. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So I'm actually quite happy about this. I actually am. Uh-oh. No. No. Oh, did you see that? One of them is up too high. Ooh, should I make the other one up high? Oh, that might be interesting. Just make it up one higher? I think I might. I think I might make this one up one higher. So let me take this. Let me put that there. Let me put a block here. Let me put this here. Let me put, I need some light, don't I, so you can see. Let me put this here. Let me touch this right here. And let's go to education, to the library, and level 5 so I can see it. Turn it around until that is sitting right there. That is one block up. It being right there like that is one block up. And I need to be able to get out for a minute. Out, get out, let me out of here. Just to make sure that that put it in the right place. I think it did. Why doesn't that look right? It doesn't, does it? See, that one is right there. Why didn't this come on? This one here, build options. Let's have, who's busy? Let's have Elise build building. And let's put on the goggles so that I can see what the hell is going on here. Let's get the goggles for a minute. Put those on. And so now I can see where this one is right here. So see that top part right there is here at this mark right here, which is 73. And then this one right here, let me get one of these so I can stand up here. Let's raise that up and this up and stand here, and this is 73. Okay, so they're both 73. What you hear is Vincentius Primus getting cheesy crisp. What are those cheesy things? They're not Cheez-Its.
They're cheesy poofs.
Cheesy poofs. Yes, he's getting cheesy poofs. So see that? Hold on. That looks like that's overlapping too much. But that's right where it's supposed to be. That really is. Okay. Isn't that weird? So one of the books is going to be, one of the things is going to be right here. This is going to be strange because the buildings flipped, but this library piece didn't flip. That library piece did not flip. That is going to be very curious. So see, we have the piece that we just put in right here. See how it is? But because we flipped the other one, that piece is facing the wall in here. It's actually facing the wall. That's going to be curious. We're going to have to do some special something in order to make that part work. But we will be able to have them build the structure. And then the only thing that will happen is I will make the facade on the outside look like the design that you sent me, which is actually very sweet. And I am looking forward to being able to do that. But they are in the right place. Assign a builder. All right, so I just brought the both of them up one block. So the entrance is actually going to have stair come to there. And they're not going to peek out of the top. See where this one is? So because I have the goggles on, I can see where this building is going to be right here. But I can't put anything there because that's the building. So let me take this part right here, and we can actually begin to work on bringing the hill over top of it, because the hill's going to have to come to here like that, and then we're going to come out from there. And so in order to not make it look like that, we'll have to add some pieces to the outside. And this top is going to come over it like this. But if I want to have some kind of different roof on the top of this, we would once again have to have it come out. We'd have to have it come up a little bit higher. And so that's what we're looking at. It would have to come up to here in order to make a really nice ceiling on this building, because this is the dirt block right here. So yeah, so we would have to fill this whole thing in right here. so that we could get a really pretty ceiling on that library. So yeah. So this is what we're looking at. This is definitely what we are looking at right here. Is this clover petal and clover petal? Is this thing coming all the way out and over in this direction? So it's interesting because it almost seems like the townspeople are going to get this a building here, but it's not going to interfere with the field. The field is still going to be there. The druids are going to be happy about that, and the people will be happy to have another library, which would be wonderful. Who's going to care for this library? That's a good question. Where are the people going to live who are going to care for this library? Where are they going to live? So if they are here, if they come over to here, this is all too far away. Look how far away this is. Wow. This would be interesting. Yeah, I don't have any place where these people can live. There has to be a place where the librarians can live, and what that means is there has to be enough space for kids to be able to study at this library if they want to. Let me go to sleep for a second. I'm going to take off the glasses for a minute, and I'm going to lay down again in the clover fields. And let's think about it for just a moment, because yeah. So where's the boundary of this? So the boundary is here. It goes over to this rock. We could see where the boundary is for the town. It actually goes all the way over to this rock, but it doesn't go deep enough into the rock. If we did it, it would have to be like right here in this part of the rock, so that it didn't show, and so that it was still in the boundary. Otherwise they won't build it, they won't live there. Now that would be curious. That doesn't interfere with anything. It's just a bald rock right there. Is there something? But you see this right here? Oh my gosh, look, that's an actual rabbit. That's not one of ours. That's a wild rabbit in that field. Goodness sakes. So see this square piece coming right here? It's hard to see. There it is. So that means that we could only use this part right here, and there's a waterfall right there. And there's another rabbit. How fascinating. How fascinating. That's the cliff you were talking about? We couldn't use it for this. This is too deep to go here. I'm going to try and see if I can do something that won't take away these two trees. I'm thinking about some housing that we have. See this right here? Turns the corner right on this piece and goes right there, right around this part. See how shallow this is right here? You see the wolves? We've got some wolves. I think he can go up and go around. Maybe he can't. Let me do that so he can go up. There we go. Okay. But yeah, this is what we're talking about. Unless, in this part of the hill here, under the Stonehenge, we had a cavern. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to actually be under it. I like the idea that they could walk down here and be here. I just don't know what I can put there. I would have to do some serious searching at residences right now to see what I could find that I would like that would give enough apartments. We would have to at least have 5. So that's a library that could have as many as 5 people in each library. So we have to have something that at least has 5. And then we'd say, okay, so 2 and 3 in the library would be fine. But what am I talking about? Dark Dust's housing is, I don't think I've liked it for the type of housing that I want to use here. Unless we're talking about monks, or unless we're talking about, unless we're talking about monks or something like that, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to work. It's low enough and flat enough that it could probably fit in the terrain and actually be okay, but I can't move the beds. I cannot move the beds. Maybe could be better if we try arcology. No, I don't like arcology. I don't like arcology's residences. Let's come here. Let's look at arcology for a second. And let's select. And let's go to the residence. And let's do a level 5. So arcology does all the beds in a row with this amount of space right here. I don't like it. You mean arcology library? Let's look for a second at arcology's library. Let's do education, library, arcology. Let's do a level 5. No, it's too small. You mean do arcology's library instead of the Incan ones? No, there's not, but you need to agree you don't like, yeah. Arcology and there are several of the designs that have housing that looks like it's for monks and nuns. I know that I'm being sort of first world in the way that I'm looking at this, and I know that there are plenty of people who live 5 in a room in certain parts of the world. I'm not trying to make that kind of world. And I would remake the world so that people didn't live that way if I could. So this is kind of my way of doing that, to suggest that that is not necessarily comfortable, and that it would be nice for everyone to be able to live. Now, I know that there are plenty of people who live in small places that find them cozy. I know there's a tiny home movement. That's different than 5 beds on top of each other in a room with the parents and the children. And I'm very first world about that. I mean, if I went back to Panama or to Jamaica, where my ancestors are from, or even to India, where ancestors are from, I wouldn't have that luxury. I get it. But this is Minecraft, and I don't want to do it like that. So it's too basic to fit the facade. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. We would have to put like 4 of these together, in order for it to work. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 next to each other, and for it to be deep enough and to have the look, but I don't think that would be a lot of work on the inside. Both of them are going to be a lot of work on the inside, but I think I'd prefer to have just the 2 buildings rather than the builders building 4 of those buildings and then me taking out all the stone, because it would have to have a much more impressive inside than that. Let's look at some other housing for a second. I know the new tropical, but it only has 1 house, and it's too big. We practically would need to have another house, another cliff house in this area right here. I'm not sure we can do the inner. Let me look for a second and see. But it looks like right here. See this corner right there? That's what we're talking about. That corner we would have to be able to put a house in that corner there. Let's look at the level 5. This is the inner house, level 5. And let's come here for a second. Let's see what we're looking at. So the way this house usually is, yeah, this is the only one that might actually work, and it's not going to work because that part doesn't have a mountain. So if we did the outer, it's not going to work. If we did the front one, the elevated one, level 5, let me look for a second. There is water there to justify that has water on that side. We don't have this house here, by the way. We have not built this cliff style house here. And so this would be interesting to actually get this house in this location. So let me look and make sure that it is completely in here, and let's see how much of it is outside of the build. So this is it right here. This is it right here. And these are at 73. This is 73. So I would need this to be at 73. This is 69. 73. This is 70. 73 is high. So what are you at right now? You're at 75. That should be 73. Let's see what it says. If I stand here, 74. This is 73. Right here. Am I standing up? So this is 69. Yeah, so it would be here like this. And this is the one that has the 3 levels. Maybe Warcraft. Warcraft is a single house. Warcraft is a single house for a family. And I don't think they have another. I think they only have the one residence, but let me check. Oh, that's right. No, they have the 2. So they have that one. And I think that's the one that we built. And then they have this one. No, that's the one that we built with the farms on the side. And then they have this one here. There's a double bed upstairs. And then there's the beds in that front room. And where's the other one? Where's the other bed? Oh, it's in that room. Okay, so this is a family house. And they only have family houses. The only one that we could actually do, those houses are so, yeah, they're very cute. They're adorable. They're actually really, really nice, which is probably why they were accepted into the packs, because it's a really good design. It actually is. Let's look at one thing. What we could do is we could do a nunnery, or we could do a pagoda. We could do a pagoda style, which is a seminary or a nunnery, and have all of the people live in the same room. So pagoda, the pagoda residences, the alternate residence is, it's this one. This residence is the nunnery or the seminary, that when you go upstairs, all the people are sleeping in a row. In here, and downstairs is where they eat, and they have the rest of their things that they do. But this house is huge, as you can see. Here's another house that we might can do. Switch. Let's look at Cavern for a minute, and let me see if she added anything else. She has 2 default houses, if I'm not mistaken. This residence, so this is the double, and this is definitely a house, a family house. The other one is a family house too. And it just doesn't work. The only one that really works kind of as a shared house is the antique. Is the ANTIQUE, is the antique style. The one that we have on the hill we would have to build another one here. This house, the level 5 or just the level 4. This house guarantees that there is a bed here. There's a bed here. So see those bedrooms, they're all singles in this house. And then in this part of the house, there's a bed here. And then over here, there are 2 beds. And are there 2 beds in the end? Yes, there are. Doesn't that seem like a lot? 2 and 3. Yes. So that actually is the only house we can put there. This is actually the only house we can put there if we were going to put a house, because it actually is, and if we put it in this corner, I want to look at this corner for a minute. Let me look at something. I need to make sure that it's not over the line. It's not over the line there. And let's bring it to here. And it's not over the line there. Okay, so the trees that we have that are here could actually be put back with this house if we put it here. See where the trees are coming? So the trees, we could put the trees back, and it would just be this house sitting over here like this. So what would we do to make it not be so noticeable? We'd have to change the materials maybe after it was built, or maybe we wouldn't. Maybe it would be fine just there like that. I like this better because we can preserve the trees. Even though they'll cut the trees down, we can put the trees back. And I really like that. This is a big project, this right here, putting this house here. And it's up against the hill, so the back windows really won't have that much of a view, but there's nothing really back that way. This is going to be a problem. I don't want it to be a thing where they come down here. Oh, good. Okay. So this is not that far down. Holy good night. Look at that magma block right there. This is interesting. Hold on for a second. Where do you go? Let me look at this. Wow, it's a ravine. Look at that. This is fascinating. It definitely is. You can't, well, you can see more than, you can see a little better than I can actually. But I'm okay with that. I just didn't want them falling into something and drowning. But this is actually, they can get up from here and they wouldn't drown. And look at everybody. Are you stuck? No, you're not. Okay, so yeah, so this is where it would be. Now, this is a thing though. See where the house is in relationship to this? So we would probably have to fill that in after it's built. And I'd absolutely be taking away this, this part right here that's making this division. We would take that away, but everything else about it actually works. That is really okay. These two trees here that will be lost, we'll plant one of them here, and we can plant this other tree right in this yard part right here. We won't lose this big tree right here. Is actually kind of a part of this one, so I'm not going to feel bad about that. And then Look how high this is. Look how much they're going to take away. So, yeah, we could build the full level 5 for this, and that would give us enough space. Where is it? Let me see where the hut block is. The hut block should be in here. So let me see. This is the door right here. And let's come back in this spot right here and dig this out. I'll take some of this off for just a minute. Let me get the pickaxe and let's come to here. Let's look there. And there it is in this corner right here. There's the house hut block right there. Let's take this off so that we can kind of see this room. And there we are coming out right here. So it's going to be down below this building, and they're going to walk up. We'll have to have some wonderful walk for them to come up here. And we could probably use the, oh, that's going to be curious. It's down so low. Yeah, we're actually going to need an actual walk up. Oh, that is fascinating. You have some calculations in here to turn things easier. 10 blocks and the facade is 11 blocks and the depth is 7 blocks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. We'll do the facade in front and it'll be fine. Just for better planning. What I will do is when they clear away these 2 fronts, I'll tell you how long this is and you can adjust the design for it, because we definitely need the 2 of them in order for it to work. I don't think that, who's this? Oh, Fab Jord. Look at Fab Jord coming out here. Hi, Fab Jord. I don't think I want it to be smaller than that. Now there is another library that I would consider, I think, if we didn't use the Incan one. And I think that the library in, let me see what it looks like. The alternative. Wrong place. The Mega Hall Library. Level 5. Let's raise it up. Let me see if I can find it. Oh wait, shoot, I didn't set the house. Oh man. Hold on, let me go back. I didn't set the house. See this library here? We might can use this one. And that would be interesting, but let me set the house first. Let me bring this down until it touches the ground where it is. And let me switch back to antique, T-I-Q-U-E, and let's do this first. Antique, let's go to the residence, and let's go to the residence, and level 5, and let's turn it around. And I think it's being turned right here. I think it's in the right place now. It should be right on the line here, and it is. And this is right on the line here. Yes, it is. So this is where it was. I just forgot to hit the assign a builder. So let us assign a builder to this. There we go. So a builder will come in and build that. Let's look at something right quick. That was interesting seeing FabJord there, wasn't it? It definitely was. So let's switch back to Cavern and look at that. Because look what this would look like if we used education, mega hall, library. Let's look at it for a second. I'm going to raise it up into the air for a second and see what we're talking about. It might work, it might not. That's what I want to see. See this? This is the Stonehenge. And it's like, no, we're not doing that. Definitely not. Level 5. Level 5 would have all of this area. It would have, look at these. And then that is there. And then it has this little area here, which is like a little study area. We could build this if you wanted. But this would take a lot of putting in the walls too afterwards. I don't know. Let's look at the library. Let's go back and let's look at the default library for a second. And yeah, nah. So this is what we can't have. We're not having that. That's the default library. Level 5 is 2 stories and we're not going to have it. Okay. So I think you're right. I think the Incan one is fine. And I kind of like it having all the little corridor kind of thing there. And maybe we can do some things with the different types of bookcases that we have to make it really fun and interesting. And it's Incan. So the Incan pack, let me see, is Ray and John and Sam. And I remember when they did it because they actually did it on Twitch. So it was pretty wild. One of the first ones where they started showing you how they designed buildings, and that was really fun. So yeah, I'm actually fine, I think, with what we chose. I'm fine with that. And and this is a really hard thing to explain when things like this happen. Because it's one of those things that's very curious. So it's like someone in the town having an idea about something and wanting to do it, and that's what happens in real towns. And so it's investigated. The land is looked at and the plans are looked at, and then someone comes along and says, yeah, where are these people going to live? You know, who are working here. It's like 100 blocks away from any decent housing. And that's one of the things that you have to consider. And then you could say, where are they going to eat? Because the nearest restaurant is probably Clements up on the 3rd level here. This is Clements's restaurant right here. This is the entrance right here. So yeah, so then before you know it, you have another town, you have another area completely mapped out in a certain place. Now, with the building, with the library here, what we could do if we needed to, and this is something I would have to look at, is possibly put in a little snack place like right here somewhere. We could put a snack place here that even the people who are touring can actually come and help you with an idea. Sure, definitely. Hold on for a sec. So that would be an interesting thing, but this is what happens in real places, in earth places, that you have this idea of someplace, and yeah, and then when you start, this is what happens. So you notice that this is actually outside of the area there, but I think it's going to be okay. Now Fab Jord is coming over here to look at this area because this is her area. There's her balloon right there. So this is part of the area that she shares with Fuji, that they're responsible for all of this. Can you give me some ideas of city centerpieces to build so you can get some to use? City centerpieces. Hold on, let me look at something for a second. Let's come here for a minute and let me touch. So Cavern is interesting. Lady Shatana has done a pretty amazing job when it comes to some city setups. Also, but I'll come back to that. Frontier actually had an infrastructure districts. Let me see if this does what I think it does, or if this is just the, yeah, it is. It doesn't do the thing that I'm talking about. So one of the things that happens with Frontier is that it has underground rail all through it. So all the pieces are supposed to fit together. But to centralize, I know what you mean. You need something that centralizes. And let me think about that. Ancient Athens probably has probably the best, would probably have the best sort of things like that. Roads. But that is actually the whole purpose of Minecolonies and Minecraft, is the idea of setting up places like this. And a lot of times, there are lots of people a lot of times who ask, where do I put this and where do I put that? And like to centralize it. What I would do if I was going to have like a downtown, is I would make a town hall and put a park in front of it. Put an actual park in front of the town hall, and then on the sides of the park, decide what kind of buildings there would be. Retail, education, and industry. And that's the thing to kind of make it. So for instance, if you had, let me see here, just as an example for a minute, just for Mr. Villager, let's go to Littleton, because Littleton's pretty easy. So if you had the town hall, let's find the town hall. level 5. And let's look here. I'm in it. So this town hall right here, if you had a town hall like this, I'm at the back. There it is. So see, it has these steps that come down, and you could have the town hall, and then spread in front of the town hall, you could go to one of the other buildings and have actually a park in front of it. So have an actual park as the main part of your town, right in the middle. And if you did that, it would almost guarantee that all the people would have to walk through the park to get to other parts of town, like to get to the industry, to get to restaurants, to get to housing and stuff like that. I think that would be the thing. You don't want districts start to be built in a random way. You like to keep things organized, but towns aren't organized. Towns aren't organized. That's the mistake that everyone makes. That towns are alive, and they actually have to grow however with what happens with the people. So you remember when we started this, let me go to sleep here for a minute so we have the daytime. So you remember that when we started this town, we could actually look at this middle section right here. See that square in the middle right there? We could look at that square in the middle, and that was going to essentially be the center of town, because all of these hills rose up around this little area of green, this valley in the center. So if you wanted to make it a certain way, I could have put the town hall at one end of this block here, and then all around this area we could have put the industry on one side, the housing, and things like that. We could do that. But what happens is, that's what you like. That's what gives you a living vibe. See everyone crossing the ways to each side, and to make a representation with the hand, like yes. So I thought I was doing that. Remember, the town hall was actually sitting right here on this plot. But what began to happen was, when things started to be made, it started to be this thing. What do you need? You need farms. Where are you going to put them? Where are they going to be safe? And as you begin to make the things that you need to make, it moves the centers. So this is Town Hall right here, up the block from the place where we thought it was going to be. And this is on this row right here. So we have this section where the hospital is, where the university is, where the Druid Learning Center is, and now where the Stonehenge is, and eventually where that antiquities library. But the flow comes from what happens when the people start living their lives. So we had the town hall. We thought it was going to be here. If we had maybe set the town hall first before we set the tavern, the town hall would have been here. But what a completely different city that would have been if the town hall was there. We put the tavern here to make it convenient for all the people who were traveling in. And that's one of the things that happens. And we put the farms here in the beginning because it was good, to have the farms close at hand. Then, when it came time to do the school, remember there was a farm here. Remember there was a farm here. These farms were moved so that these buildings could go in, specifically the school, to put the school in the center of town so that the school was protected by the entire wraparound of the town. So then we think, okay, so we have some farms here. We've got chickens, we got cows. Why didn't we move them out? Well, after the school was here, we made the decision that these were here for the school. And plus, right where they were kept everybody rooted in a way to the land. And that is what happened. So then we started putting retail around this area. So with the town hall moved to here, remember the hospital was here. The hospital was actually on this part of this valley, and we moved it over to here. And then we had to put the dye shop and the Fletcher somewhere, and it just kind of happens. I'm not a real planner, where I line up all the streets and stuff like that. I'm really kind of doing it in relationship to what just happened over here. And that is, you put this down, where are the people gonna live? Where are the people gonna live? To work this library and stuff like that. And so that is one of the things. The reason that it was okay to do it here is because there's actually nothing here. And this is mostly underground. And this is at the far end of town and doesn't interfere. Once again, there's almost nothing here except these trees, and these trees can be replanted. So we're not changing the landscape that much. Well organized isn't, but at least it looks really nice, except for the school being sincere. You don't like the top of the bell tower. Yeah, and I like it because, no, I understand what you're saying, but I like it because our town hall doesn't really have a top. And so it makes it that this bell tower here actually, see the size of the bell? So this bell is really sort of an emergency bell as well as a children's bell. It's not really used to call the children to school. This is an emergency bell for the town. If there was war or something like that, this bell would start ringing a lot. And so that is the kind of thing that we do. Now that it's explained how we have, oh, because you're the reverse, always seeking to plan and more urban plans. Yeah. Yeah, you can try and plan, and there are some things that can be appreciated. I mean, you have Manhattan, and Manhattan has all the streets run north, south, east, west, except Broadway. Except Broadway. And so you end up having things like that. There are things that no matter how much you plan, no matter what your original plan was, you end up having to change it, I think, to help the people have the lives that you want them to have. Now, anyone else would have moved these farms out and had like the university in this area and stuff like that. You could have done that. I could have done that. I could have moved these farms out into these fields over here and had the university buildings be here with the school, and had this be the town hall right here. But that isn't how it worked out. That isn't how it worked out and I have a tendency to do things organically. That's what I call organic. So we need something. Where are we going to put it? Okay, let's put it here. And then if that changes, we'll do something else. And we originally had this sugar farm right next to this house right here. And we took it down specifically to put up the school. We originally had this place where the animals are. These animal farms were supposed to be where these two apartment buildings are that belong to the university. And we moved the animals specifically to take advantage of this house that we put down. The closest thing I can say to planning that I do is that this is the guild where I wanted all of the industry, the crafters to be, almost all of them. And yeah, so we put this here, but then you still have this thing, where are they going to live and where's the nearest restaurant and all sorts of things like that. And if they want to have families that are close to the school, where are the family houses versus where are the apartment buildings that they're going to live in? And that's the kind of stuff I like to think about. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. So yeah, we do it differently. I can't wait to see one of yours, and you can send me pictures when your towns grow up a little bit more, and I can actually see how you've structured them, and that should be really fun. That should be. But yes, if you were going to do something to make a center the education, the children's education, the university, the library, the town hall, all around like a square, and then have the town come out from there. You could do that. And that gives a park. People have to cross the park in order to get to other sections of the town, and that would actually work. That might be a decent way for them to work. And the other thing is, you have special plans for the entire housing district. Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be fun. I put in the houses over here because we had people who were working these farms, and this flower shop and the bee shop. So these houses started to be here because of that. And then we had people over here who were working the union, who were working this union right here, or this guild. And so they needed housing. So that's when we put in this house right here, this apartment building, and we put in some little small houses. This post office right here is really, really new. And but the housing has been here for a while. We had to add to the housing as the town grew, and we put more apartments right in this section right here. Whoops, we're going away. Right in this section right here to take care of the overflow of singles that we would have. You just need to develop its architecture a little bit more. It's being hard. It is. I mean, it does take time. And I think one of the things about the way that I do it is that it doesn't have to be done all at once. I don't have to decide all at once where everything is. I just have to do it as they need it, and then the place expands. And that's really the fun part. That really is. So I'm 15 minutes over, so I'm going to go to the half hour. So I'm going to be here for another 15 minutes. And I'm just going to go back to this new section that has been approved by the Druids and the Town Council. And we're going to, when someone starts working over here, we're actually going to have some way of them getting to it. And I think we should think about putting in the road right here, just a way down from this road, right here. This area right here, we're going to have some kind of stairs that come down in that part, so that they can go to the construction site even. So that is one thing. And then the question is who? So Elise is right here. This is where Elise is, right here. So that's her commute. And then Emery is right here. And this is where Emery is. Emery is actually closer. So Emery is just going to take a streetcar, come over to this end right here, and come off here and work on this. So we'll have her do that when she is done with the guard tower. Wait, what is she working on? No, she's working on the, I think she has just the level 5 left of this. I think that's what she has, yeah. This is a level 4. Oh no, it's a level 3. So she has 2 more levels of this courier station, and when she is done with that, then she's going to set the ground for this. Or we could have Dondanas come do it. Dondanas loves to move ground. He moves ground really quickly. It would be a commute for him. Does he have anything else to do? I think when Dondanas is done with this, he's done. With this right here, he'd be done. But this commute is long. This is definitely a long commute from here over to here. That's when they spend a lot of time going back and forth. And that's one of the things that has to be considered all the time. So we could have Dondanas work out of Emery's shop. We could do that. Why do I change the builders around? It's the type of projects that they like to do. Emery has always liked smaller projects, and she is more complex projects, which is why she liked going to the mountain, going to the rock, because that was definitely complex. And she's enjoyed being at the rock and doing balloons and doing all the little compact buildings. And the biggest thing that she's done is the graveyard on Guardian's Rock. She did the graveyard, and that's pretty big. Valerie actually built the Zeppelin, and is in the process of finishing it right now. Wow, look at this. This is intense. This is intense. It's getting finished. That is the level 5 that Valerie is working on right now. That's why there are 2 sets of lights. And that is going to be amazing. And then Pierce, who was a druid and who just wasn't really happy about it, is following in his parents' footsteps and is a very good builder. And so he is working right now. That looks like the sun's coming up. Yes, it is. He is working on the two new couriers that we have here. So he just put up this balloon right here, and now he's working on this. And I think he is digging out the inside. You know, it happens sometimes. You can't see what they're doing, but they're digging out the inside. So I think that's what he's doing. We'll find out eventually. But yeah, that's it. If you had heard these words before, very before, you would be in another stage. Really? Ah. This is the correct time. This will be interesting. Which style is this courier's hut? It is, it's a cliff style. It's the one cliff style that we don't have. I'll show it to you. Hold on for a second. Let me come up here. Let me go to the top of one of these for a second. Let me get the builder's tool. This is the courier that we don't have of the cliff style. And we're actually going to put it in. So let's go here, let's go to storage, let's go to couriers, and I believe that it is the elevated. Let me just look for a second and see if it's this one. No, that's the one we have at the coast. That's the one we have at the Wide River. So if it's not that, maybe it's just the plain old courier. Yeah, this is the one we don't have. The plain old courier, level 5. So see what it looks like? Isn't that cute? This is it. This is the courier right here. And so we're going to stick this into the mountain right there. So it's going to actually, this part of the road right here is going to match up with this part of the road right here. So we'll essentially dig out this mountain. It's already dug out, see? For in this area, it's already dug out. So that is just going to work fine there. And that's what we want. And that there's still enough under area to take care of all the things that are in this area here. I know we have this part right here. My time has come. Almost. Yeah, it almost is. Let me look here for a minute. I've got about to make 20, it's 23 minutes and I want 30 minutes. So we're going to do that. So there are some hanging lamps here. That probably got taken down when this building went up. This one right here. This section here, that's separate here. I believe that this is the old, I don't know what this is. This might be the old guard tower. Let me look for a second. Yes, look at this. This is the old guard tower back here in the back. That's still there. Wow. That is wild. There's a piece of the old guard tower that didn't get taken down, and it's back behind. And this part right here where all of this is, I guess I could fill in the rock in that area. Fill in the dirt and rock in that area. And I think that would be ruins from the ancients. Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, this is the Covenstead corner right here. So all of that is a part of that area. But yeah, that's the one that we're going to put in. And then we will have made all of the couriers that were included in the cliff style. So this is this courier right here with this really cute little place. And I like it. So yes, we just needed another courier, and this one fit on the rock, which is really fun. So you can see the balloon at level 1, that balloon right there. And I don't have anyone assigned yet. I've got 4 minutes. Let me look here for a minute. He's not working on this right now. I almost feel like I should cover that, but I'm not going to. I do have someone working here. I am going to cover it. So this is the one that I gave to Mercy. Okay, let's come here. Fire. So we're going to put a surround on this fireplace right here. We're going to put these pieces on. This is a mod, these fire place guards, and I just use it because it makes me feel better about them being exposed to fire. So that's what mod is this? It's Builders, Crafts, and Additions that has that piece. So yeah. All right, so Mercy is the new balloon operator. So we have 3 balloon operator couriers. We have Patricia and Charlie, and now we have Mercy. And Reese is running the little platform, the courier platform right here. So that is one of the other couriers, this platform. And then this part that's going to stretch out over this piece of the walkway here is going to be the 3rd courier. So we'll have all 3 of them right in that spot. It does, doesn't it? It makes them look really nice. It definitely does, and I like that. I definitely do. And yeah, and now I am at the point where I appreciate, oh, Mr. Villager, it's always so fun. And I try not to be, I hope I didn't sound too negative in the beginning, because when you present an idea and it's like this idea, and it's like, I have no idea what's going to happen. But that's the interesting thing, and that's why I don't plan. That's why I don't plan places. Because if I had come to you with this idea, you would say, it's too far out of the town. It's not in a location that connects. You don't have any roads. You know, it's one of those kinds of things. But because of the way this has worked out, where there's this road going to the rock, where the Stonehenge is sitting out right next to the Druid Learning Center, it actually really worked to put it in this hill. And no one will notice this hill getting just a little tiny bit bigger. We'll have this hill come over and slope down towards the house that's going to be here. And that is going to be quite wonderful. And there it is. There's the last. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you, all of you who are watching, and all of you who will watch when this stream is over and the video is just there. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for doing that. And I will be back on Tuesday. I normally stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you can catch up with me again next week. And let me show this pretty outfit again that Mr. Villager made. It's perfect. I love it. I love it. I absolutely do. I love it. And so enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And we've been listening to drone hands faintly in the background. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus taking us out right now. And here we go. Bye, Mr. Villager. I will see you soon. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.